Okay, so what I was going to say was, first, Matt, do you want to tell us like who you are, what you do, what Allquip does, and what makes you guys so awesome at what you do?
Yeah. And Matt O'Connor, Sales and Marketing Manager at Allquip. We're a Hunter Valley-based capital equipment manufacturer. We specialize in water trucks and water modules. Where we are different from the competition is the quality of product that we build and the service that we offer. So we really operate in that premium end of the market. We cost more than the competition, but we offer better value to
Love it.
customers in the long term. So we sell on value, which is
Love it.
a super powerful place to be.
Wow, it's so good. Yeah. And I always say to people, price is just one part of the total cost picture or the total cost of ownership. And you guys are really nailing that because total cost of ownership, you can save your clients so much money, right? It's love working with you guys. So,
Exactly.
yeah, that's awesome. Next question is, what was life like before joining our program? What were the biggest sort of frustrations or challenges you were facing before we hooked up?
Yeah, look, where we were, we had the best product on the market. We had some really passionate people on the team. We had strong individuals, highly shareholder based in our sales team. And just before you started, we expanded our sales team. So we brought on territory managers who were from outside the business, outside the shareholders, and really identified that we needed to support the business with sales. We had the best product, best service, best parts, best production. What we're missing was a sales machine.
Yeah, brilliant. And when we first joined up, it was sort of you'd been coming off the back of two pretty tough years, right? Pretty flat in terms of that, right?
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. 2 years ago was not bad. Not bad. The guys had won a couple of big orders, and we probably got a little bit lazy and became order takers.
Yes.
And what we saw was that the tail of that 2 years ago followed through into around July in the order book.
Yes.
And then July hit, no activity was happening. There was no sales machine, no pipeline, nothing.
Yeah.
And it fell on its ass.
Yep.
It just went flat.
And a bit of pain happening, right?
Exactly. Yeah, big time. So we had three months of literally like 2 sales a month kind of thing.
Yeah,
it was rough.
Crazy. Yeah. No, that's cool. And then we got in touch and or you got in touch. I can't remember how it happened. Anyway, here we are. I think it was a referral. And then, so what made you decide to reach out and give PBA a go, Premier Business Academy? What was your...
I think you were working with one of the shareholders' relations, maybe father-in-law. And Kelvin had sat in on a meeting with you, and he was really impressed with the level of drive you brought and the approach. Yeah, and then him and I sat down. He said, "Matt, do you want to give it a crack?" And my point of view, it's always good to have someone from outside challenge. You bring a different perspective. You can be a non-biased challenger. You haven't got a preconceived set of objectives. You come in and people listen to a third party.
Yeah, you're right. It's powerful. So a random question for you. Were you skeptical at first? And if so, what changed your mind?
Yeah, there's always some skepticism with coaching. You do come across a few guys with a lot of hot wind.
No action.
No action. And I think I said it to you after the first or second week we had. Like, I've had a lot of these trainings in my life, and you're up there in the top 2 for sure, possibly number 1. But I'll call it a tie for number 1. And what really
we're going to get to number 1, Matt.
The results are there, Bernard. I can't argue with them.
The results are great.
So what I really liked was the drive and a clear like tangible action from each training.
Yeah, nice.
And I really like the challenger mindset. Like, all right, guys, you're sitting here. Why can't you get to here? And how do we help you get to here?
Yeah.
No excuses.
That's awesome. You found that really helped you plus the team just to really like holding them accountable, right? And
exactly
unblocking them, taking excuses away, removing excuses. Yeah, you guys have been awesome to work with too. So what stood out about I guess the question I need to ask, what stood out about our approach compared to other coaches or programs that you've seen or you've done over the years?
Yeah, I go back to like, it's a tangible thing. It's not, all right, let's go and study a bunch of theory, disc profiles, these 10 notebooks you got to achieve and complete before the next meeting. None of that bollocks. It's, hey guys, what can you do? What can you do this week, and how are we going to do it? We'll come back next week and we'll go back to that. And then we had that initial kickoff at one of our quarterly meetings with the guys.
Yeah.
Where, to be honest, you probably bombarded us with a bit more stuff than we could process. But there was, I watched the team go, and everyone took away something slightly different. Like, there's a lot of gold in there, and everyone took away their 2 or 3 pieces of gold, which I think is all you need.
Yeah.
And that also, I think, was a real good kickstart to the whole process.
Yeah, awesome. That's great feedback. Appreciate that. And then the other thing is like, what specific tools or systems or habits have made the biggest difference for you and the team? What's your take on that?
We're still a work in progress here.
Yeah, but great progress.
What's really working is this regular accountability. And I think you call it relentless follow-up, which is, guys, you say you're going to do 30, 40 calls. Let's touch base every day. Let's see where we stand.
Yeah.
Let's if you're not at 30 or 40, why? What do we need to do next week to fix it? I like the push you put as well on the operating processes, building a set of SOPs for sales.
Yeah.
Now it varies, and it's sales, so it's always felt like it's a dark art, but it's not. There's a mechanism behind it, and I think that's really powerful too.
Yeah. You guys have been awesome, and that's part of the Gold Core success system, is building the process together. It's not done for you; it's done with you, and that's what's really different. We're getting great results all around the world with this, and you guys have been another amazing client, so we appreciate it. The other thing is, what's one thing that you or the team do now that you would never have done before? Like, what's a new mindset shift or a new habit or a new something?
It's the WhatsApp follow-ups. I mean, I think you probably hear this a bit, but there are probably 2 bits of it. One is the filming, just walking into the yard, filming a truck that's coming out for another client and flicking it straight through to the client. Really powerful. Exactly. And like, it's a side note to the point, but what I hear my team saying a lot is we're one phone call away from $1 million.
Yeah, nice. So change some phrasing, changing some quotes, some powerful quotes. Yeah, nice.
Exactly. And the other thing is just people in the team are now understanding the value of phone calls.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. Yeah, that's fantastic. And then there's only probably a few more questions to go. As one would be, what surprised you most about this process? Random question, but it's always an interesting one.
It's a good question.
What surprised you about, I don't know, with the team or the training or the results, or what's been
look, from the team, they've been really, really open, but I think, and look, it shouldn't be a surprise, but the surprise is how hard it is to break the habit or form the habit.
True. Yeah.
Like it's what are we, 11 weeks in, and we're still trying to, and we've made huge strides forward, but we're still trying to like cement that that habit in there.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe the biggest surprise. As I said, it shouldn't be, but that is what has stuck out the most.
Yeah. Awesome. And here's the pointy end of our conversation is, what results have you seen since working with us? I've got some pretty good ones in my head about what we've achieved, but financially or culturally or personally. There's been some great records.
We've had a really good run in sales. As I said, we touched on before that we had like 2 a month when we were order takers, and through this process, and I'm going to give you most of the credit, not all of it. We've had a couple of it.
No way. You guys are awesome.
We've broken some true sales records. So we've gone from doing 2 a month. We've done 50 in 2 months, which is
wasn't that 50 in 6 weeks? Is that correct?
Yeah. Look, it's 50 in 6 weeks. At the time we got it, it's now been 2 months and we're at like 51. So I need to keep it up to date. But yeah, 50 in 2 weeks, smashed it out. We also broke opportunity pipeline records. So we had some of the biggest pipelines we had by 20, 30%. And look, we know our problem was the lack of activity, but our activity has gone through the roof. We're at 4 times the activity we were in the past 2. Dials, follow-ups, etc.
Yeah. So the ROI is like, we've smashed you guys have done the activity, you've done the work. It's just straight away just flowed into the pipeline. The pipeline's exploded while working with you. And that 50 units in 6 weeks, you blew my mind on that one. And I think you quoted a number the other day, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like 60% up year on year at the same point.
We're at 100% now. We're doubling.
Okay, so this is. I told you this is the pointy end, Matt. This is the fun part for me.
Yeah. Well, I said before, I can't argue. I can't hide from the numbers. The proof's there. So.
Yeah, this is it. I just want to tell every client, you don't know what you don't know. Once you do a program like this, it's like every day we're trying to figure out, fill in those gaps where you don't know what you don't know. And you guys have just done that. You've just like, number one, mindset. You've had a mindset shift. First thing that we teach and train. Number two, you've had a habit shift. And that's just a work in progress, but it's been a massive, massive step change. And then number three, we're experiencing transformation. Hey, it's just awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. So one more thing, really, how's this impacted your stress levels, your team's energy, or even your family life? Like, what's the impact? What's the actual impact?
Look, for me, it's much the same. It's been great to have support from an outsider to also challenge. Obviously, your role as a manager, 70% follow up, a bit being the bad guy. So it's nice to have someone else coming in and adding that. For the team, I can see that they believe, and sales is a confidence game.
Yeah, very much.
When you build momentum, you're confident and you believe in it.
Yeah,
you come to work and you're happy, and the guys. When the sales are coming in, the mood in the office has completely changed. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. It's so much. You start to build a winning culture, a culture of victory, and you build that habit of victory, or that winning habit. Is such a good feeling. And I've watched that with your team. Like the smiles each week have just got bigger and bigger. And the good news, like we start every session with good news, right? And the good news coming through from everyone's just been like, bam, bam, bam. It's so good.
It's good. No
one sat back and said, I haven't got any good news. Hey, every week.
No, awesome. Exactly. It feels great. And I think it's like they know the small things now. So even when you don't get the results, you know, if you do your numbers, you've done your job.
Yeah.
And so awesome, you can be proud of that.
Yeah. I love it. And then what's changing? Oh, we probably kind of covered it, but what's changing in your business that you're most proud of personally? You've probably kind of covered it with the habits maybe, or what do you say?
Yeah, it's the recognition, I think, and the understanding in the team. That there's a difference between being an order taker and driving activity.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
I'm a hard taskmaster. The habit's not fully formed for us yet, and you know we're going to keep working monthly moving forward because it's super valuable. Just to make sure we cement that habit, but just the understanding and the belief in the team. That's what I'm proud of and happy about.
Yeah, good. I can see that too. And I've watched you, I've told you this, but I've watched you even develop as a leader over the 12 weeks, asking harder questions, keeping the rope tight, not taking no for an answer, having a candid conversation when you need to. Like you've definitely, tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I've watched, I've seen you really toughen up and good tough love, right? Like empathetic leadership, but definitely get stronger. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I look. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
I've watched it.
I think you at the start. I also think like you can't go too hard too early till the guys believe. So once you've got the belief, you can start to be a little bit tougher on them. And we felt it this week with a couple of my team members where because they understood, they'd seen the results, I could actually put a fair bit of pressure on them.
Yeah.
And there's probably a bit more coming, to be fair, but
awesome. And I love how during the program, and I love doing this every client, is we did a week where we just like fully blew the doors off and just tested our limits. And you guys like hit some new records of dials, connections, info packs. Like that was massive, right? So it showed we did that 5-day sprint and it showed what actually is possible when everyone has just like got that wildly important goal. Like you guys blew the doors off that week. So it set a new standard, right?
Yeah. And I think a few of them regret that now.
That's okay. But now we've set that realistic baseline, but it's like, come on, there's still this big gap. Actually, we know we can do this. So it's kind of like a value proposition or a value anchor, isn't it? Like we've set this massive, the bar right up here. Now we've said, right, okay, that's what we can do if we put our minds to it. So here we are here. This is going to keep us rolling. We've figured out your money model or your money machine. Now you've got a predictable machine you've built. And that's the purpose of our training together is here's your machine. You've done the maths and here's the dials we need. And this is what's going to come out the bottom. It's just amazing.
I bring all we know what we need to do to get the results we want.
Yeah, brilliant. 3 more fast questions and we're done. If another business owner was sitting on the fence about joining our program or working with us, what would you say to them?
Do it.
Just get it done.
Yeah, just dive in.
Stop wasting time.
Dive in, but make sure your team's ready because it's not slow.
Yeah. Have your running shoes on. Okay, and then what's next for Allquip now that you've got this momentum? What's the next step for you guys?
cement those habits, hit our wildly important goal, our target of 100% plus growth year on year.
Massive.
That's where we're going, and then do it again next year.
And now I have to tell our viewers that the next step is our TDI program, because operations is screaming for help now. So now we need tiny daily improvements to make sure operations is delivering excellence and they can keep up.
It's it's nice to put a bit of pressure on the operations team.
Oh, it's brilliant.
You know
brilliant.
The back and forth between sales and operations.
I sure do. I've had it all my life. Yeah. It's fantastic. And last one, would you recommend us to PBA to other business owners, and why? Like, last question.
100%. Why? Because it gets results.
And that's all that counts, right?
Yeah.
That's what I say to people, like, ironclad guarantee. If you don't get results, I'll give you your money back and walk away. But we've never, ever, ever had to give our money back.
That's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good sign.
It works. Yeah. That's been awesome, Matt. Thank you very, very, very much. I appreciate it and love working with you guys. You guys have just like embraced it. You've had the mindset shift, the habit shift. The transformation has happened like right before our eyes, week after week after week. I love the weekly program. I do a lot of bi-weekly and monthly programs as well, but the weekly 12-week sprint is probably, for me, in my experience, the most powerful course, because it just builds that fast, we really get it off the ground quickly, like it changes the habits quickly, holds us accountable, keeps the rope tight. So yeah, I really want to say thanks for giving us that opportunity, and thanks for the chat. Really appreciate it.
Likewise, we're enjoying it. We love the results. Love working with you.
Awesome.